So it's going on live on Twitch. Saying Twitch to my guy. One last thing to bug fix. Alright, let's connect to myself where it says right now. Alright, there we go. There we go. Cool. Sweet. Everything is up and going. Very cool. The amount of effort it took to get this going and making sure things stay working is a lot. It took a while. I went from thrilled to start streaming again to just kind of like my energy has like significantly went down. We're gonna try and get that back up, but today is also not a particularly exciting day. As you can see, this is a new setup, a new place entirely, a new apartment. Thankfully this isn't my permanent setup. This is just my work in progress one, because my desk broke on the way here. It actually broke before it even got on the way here. And yeah, so gotta get a new one. New one costs money. Money is not exactly easy to get right now, so hopefully in the next like month or two I'll have something. Hopefully in the next month or two I can actually start streaming and like enjoy it, because right now I've just been kind of drained of all life between my day job, working on these games, and it's a lot. Being consistent with updates and having like pretty good updates and big updates is really fucking hard. No one ever tells you that, but it is really hard. So I've gotten like most of this stuff done. I'm working on car variations because this all has to be done by tomorrow, and like honestly that's getting moved over to, I'm not working on that today. I don't have time to do that today. There's too much to do today. Yeah, there's a lot to do. I've done so much work on this too. Like this doesn't even cover like the entirety of what I've done to this game in like one update. Like I've added lighting into the game. I've reworked quite a bit just to get the randomized cars and stuff for the train was an inch and a half. Everything was really difficult to do. So we're just trying to load this in. Once it loads up, let's get working on it. Yeah, because I'm not like the setup took so long. Because at first the GoPro wasn't working, and then I got the GoPro to work within like 2 hours, and then after I got that to work, eventually I was like, I'm dead. I'm not doing it today. But I sat down, I set up the stuff for YouTube, and I was like, you know what? I really want to do this again. I have like my lighting set up to be pretty good, and so then I was like, all right, time to get. It's like sit down. I was ready to go. I was about to hit stream, and then I realized there's no audio going into my computer. I was like, well, fuck. I was like, oh, I guess I could just put it to my camera, like one of my cameras, audio, and I was like, I spent like a lot of money on my microphone, so I didn't have to have poor quality audio again. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna go back. I'm not gonna revert. I've already upgraded. So then I will go on a search for my microphone where I put it. So I put it somewhere while moving, and wasn't using it, so I didn't really keep it picked up. And yeah, so I did that for quite a while. That took a while. And when I eventually found it, was frustrated. I plugged everything in, then everything stopped working again. Another 30 minutes of figuring out how everything should get plugged into this little thing, and now I just feel kind of like cramped. They have like everything's kind of scattered around here, and like, yeah, I'm at this point only streaming because making sure it's still going. Streaming is probably the only reason why I'm gonna even work on this today. Quite honestly, I have to work on this today, so like, I'm ready just to straight up only working on this on stream so I can like actually get something done. Alright. So the nylon car, we have a lot of variations of it. Wait, what's the difference between variation 1 and 2? This is some differences. the main issue is variations are such a like. You need so many of them to really hit everything on the head. Oh, that's just the old one. So I guess in terms of like updates to this game, this is how the cars used to look. This is how the entire game looked. It was pretty flat colored. Bam. That's how they all looked. That's how it looks now. That's a pretty substantial difference. Sure, like the wheels and stuff are still like whatever, but you know it's a work in progress that is definitely working towards progress. Yeah, so windows are changed in every single one of these, correct? Alright, so I need car 5. I need a 5th one for right now. The game isn't going to be like the most amazing thing on the planet. You know, there's not a whole lot of like obstacles and like there's no dialogue systems, anything like that. It's quite lacking in most departments. I don't have a second monitor yet. Someone check back pretty often to see if that's even working. Like it's not like my most. It's almost a little embarrassing to be like this is like the game I'm working on because like there's not really a whole lot to these, but on the same like note that I like on the same note for these that a lot of this is like alpha 2. This is my second actual update to the game. So if I go over to here, we go to like itch.io real fast and I load up my page for my studio Introspective. Like this is the jam game. This is the jam game right here in its full glory. Since the jam game, I've only had one other update called Itching for Content because this was like the itch.io official release. I have a whole roadmap for this stuff and like how I want it to go through. So if I go like my drive, my 1 million accounts for various things that oh fuck. Alright, Brave. This one has my other accounts on it. I got too many accounts. I gotta delete a lot of those accounts. But I just have not done so yet. So it's just like it's like that. Yeah, game dev. Probably stop right here up. It's Introspective GED. Game design document. Where I have all different names and just general things for the game. It's not like all 100% in here, but like a lot of this stuff is in here. Like this is how I decided how each car is gonna look and play, just simply by just being like, oh yeah, so like the isolation car, here's like what it has, here's what the focus is. Like down here, I like up here I have like this whole like layout of white things, and down here at the bottom, like the Niles general challenge, focus, a free for all. Like it's just kind of like, it's as long as it thematically fits what's up here, it can be whatever, you know. Isolation though, I have the context of what this car does, and then I have like the blunt, like what the focus of the gameplay is down here, which is storytelling focus. Anger card focuses on danger and combat challenges, while Sorrow works on a platformer challenge and increases your jump power and move speed are lowered as well. These are important to me because like this makes each card different and each segment different. Right now, each car is like, it's just that, it's a singular car, but later I'm gonna make them like tiers, like actual like whole segments that are based on these, because I think it's important. And every segment will have like a boss at the end. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle that yet, but I know that there's gonna be like some kind of like end boss, whether that's just like platforming really hard, or like really hard platforming, or like an actual combat challenge or something. I don't know yet, but I knew that will eventually come in time. So So like the first update was just adding the falling chairs back to the game because I had to get rid of them for the jam, so I couldn't get them to work, and it was hard to get them to work again. But I did somehow. I don't know how. I think I just redid everything to make them work. I held the system to the game, so the game wasn't as difficult. Before in the jam was a one hit KO, one hit kill. People didn't like that very much for obvious reasons. And beyond that, I just restructured things, reworked things, made things just more better of a foundation. Bam. And I met the deadline really fast on that one. It's a Rogue World. This was lists like this is like it's a big re-release in HIO. It's an official release. Alpha 2 will raise the game price up to 1, and it's like a stepping stone into like making it more of a game. This was the main focus on everything. Some of the stuff was added in. So this is a substantially bigger update than what like the first one was. And then Alpha 3, this is the general one. We're getting at-risk cars, more car variations, new hazards most likely. Bam, there's more stuff. Then Alpha 4, the big things so far are like the dialogue system, new randomized conversations, just more of like building into it. And then Alpha 5 is what I'm just going to try and like submit the game to GOG. Don't know how well that would work out, but like, we're going to try anyways. I don't know how strict they are in GOG or how like picky they are. I know Steam, you pay $100, it's whatever. But GOG is like an actual application, from what I've seen, so we're gonna try to do that. The new content on this one, as you can see, like as the further along that this goes, the less and less content there is for updates. Let's clearly don't know what I was gonna add yet. I wasn't 100% sure what I needed to add because I haven't gotten that far yet. Some things you just kind of figure out in time what you need and what you should do. Then you really didn't know from the start because you couldn't have known. Some things progress, how your mind progresses with the project, etc. Like for like the beta updates, I don't even know what beta is gonna really look like yet, or at least when I wrote this, anyways. So I didn't really fill any of this in. All I knew was that the price for beta 1 would be $6. That the platforms would be an itch.io, GameJolt, GOG, hopefully, and Steam. And after that, it's just blank because I know that I'm adding big stuff to the game, but like. Didn't know what. As you can see, like, I added a lot to this one. This one originally was just like death tracker, variations, randomized train cars. That was it. So it's drastically changed. And as you can see, like this is not a whole lot of new content. This is just kind of general stuff. Oh, I had the variable jump as well. So this one, that was another one I did it with the player rework. And yeah, I did a bunch of new stuff with this as well. Trying to figure out the new name for that. And yeah, that's the kind of stuff. Like this is kind of what I promised for Alpha 2. I have like exceeded that on like what that really was gonna would bring. So it's pretty good so far. I can't wait to update this with all new stuff. It's gonna be pretty sick. So far, Denial was the hardest to make variations for. Just because it never really had that much gameplay to begin with. Most of the gameplay here was kind of like lacking. However, what I'm gonna do to add some more variation to this is we're gonna go static hazards. We're gonna chandelier, and we're gonna create. We're just gonna duplicate it actually. Let's duplicate this one. Duplicate. I'll call this bar light hazard. Other rooms are more thematically better than this one. This one's kind of like stuff is falling. I might add luggage or something that can hurt you later on. Don't really know yet. I might add for Denial that like a turns you upside down. Actually, really good ideas. Where are my ideas at? I know I had an idea thing somewhere here. Maybe it wasn't for this game, but maybe it was for the other one. I had an idea section for. So I don't really know that I'm really gonna go that far with it, but you know, it never hurts to like throw stuff in there, see what is and is not gonna happen. Denial, switch, denial, switch-aroo. It's not switching between ones I need to go to. In the denial car, there will be segments that flip gravity, making it a more challenging and interesting card to go through. It makes a lot of sense to me, but you know, I don't really know what I want to do with that yet. These are all this look like concepts. I really can't push too much right yet for this update, because this update is once again coming out tomorrow, and I really cannot push it back because I have another update for my other game that's coming out on the 30th, and that gives me 10 days to do another massive update, so that's like not ideal. I could always push this update back, but honestly I have enough content in this update to push it out as an update. Whenever I don't add into this update, will also be pushed back into Alpha 3, and since Alpha 3 is the Game Jolt release, it'll just make that a lot bigger. The Game Jolt release, I'm actually not October 30th. No, let's say December 1st. December 1st. Then December 24th, the day before Christmas. That's when I'll release it on Steam. Like all the pages be made up before that, but that's when I'll like release it on early access. Like push the live button. Will be on the 24th. I think it'd be a pretty good idea. Seems like a solid idea for this. My camera's freezing again. How long has it been frozen? My real question here. It froze in a really not so cool spot too. Fuck. So we going live again, buddy? Nope, I do that. This camera likes to freeze. I don't know what its problem is. Maybe it's just the app itself. Oh, we're back here again where GoPro doesn't want to work. Okay. Here we are again. Turn off GoPro. Swipe press, yes. GoPro webcam, thank you. It's active, but it's not doing anything. We just go to deactivate, reactivate, or like reset a little bit there. Get a little bad picture there. Man. That looks fine. What the hell is this one? Yeah, that one's working. Same webcam though. Yup, remove video capture device. That one right there, another one not working. The problem is with it, honestly. It's just kind of dumb. Anyways, we're back on top of everything again. I don't like the GoPro. The GoPro freezes like that frequently, but it is what it is. I begrudgingly accept it for what it is. Alright, so this light bar is honestly just a UI sprite. That's all it is. Hate to see it, but actually, is it the UI sprite? No, it's a strip of square. Yep, probably use the window. I say probably because I just, I hope I have the common sense to use the thing that like looks the best, like a light. Alright, we're gonna just do this again as well. There's only one light for it. It's a freeform light. We'll do it that way. I like to do freeform light for this because it's pretty simple. It's a square. And it's like the easiest way to do is to get a square light so far from my experience. And this has just been one. Just trying to fake it to get this to work out, and like it's like, I don't want to do that. Do not fall asleep, my camera. One thing that was kind of upsetting was that like I bought the GoPro Hero 9. I got a lot of usage out of it, but like not so long ago the Hero 10 launched, and I was like, same price tag. Could have bought that one instead. But I got a lot of the footage and stuff from my GoPro 9 that I would have had otherwise, so I consider it a worthy purchase indeed. A good one. It's a good one. Alright. I don't know what this is going to look like, so I really can't see the light. Oh, I can't see the lighting here. Intensity. Alright. Maybe a point would have been better. This is gonna decor. Ceiling light. This is how we fix everything. This is how we fix everything. Okay, I guess this is kind of what it's gonna be like. Box collider though, it's definitely gonna be different. I'll leave some leeway on it. Environment, no, it's in prefabs, cars, denial 5, hazards, static hazards. Alright, so sizing is such a bitch and a half. It's honestly the most hard part of this. I'm just gonna kind of do like this. Falling chair 2, falling chair 3. Another jukebox upside down though. Because it's an upside down thing. So the whole cars thing is it's like it defies logic. It's upside down. Want to keep them all like the same height. Oh, that's actually really stupid to do it like that, maybe. I don't really like that a whole lot. Because I have to jump over some of these anyways. That's be pretty good. Find out how well it's going to actually do. Okay, that should be honestly fine enough for right now. I can work on more elaborate cars down the road. Because for right now, it's just the way it's gonna be. Could even design some that are like upside down. Huh. Might add some more, honestly. Check it out. I'll think about it. Alright, so that's good to go. Bump. Bump. I'm gonna call this one the 6th one. Alright, so number 6. Number 6 is gonna be the one that's gonna be wild. Turn lighting on. Alright. So take ground tiles, block. I'll use normal. What I'm gonna do here is block. That's right here. We're gonna actually have like okay, this is definitely gonna be a little more interesting. Okay, then I guess take this. Probably just make like this like actual like. No, I don't do that for. Make it a bit more sense here by now. Alright, so take this. Not too bad. It's not a terrible. We'll see how this one does in terms of like interesting gameplay stuff. Let's move this boy around across here. This is the most like changing everything over. It's been like definitely a moment. Alright, so that's going pretty good. Alright. That is the official, like, the first real, flip-flop room right there. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try that out. See how that one goes. We'll test run with that for will that work for a whole bunch of them. If people do end up liking that though, I will definitely throw it in there. Not like it's a ton of work. Denial card. I got 6 of those. I might go on Twitter honestly and stop running posted that. Like, hey, look at here, guys. Just liking stuff. No worries, no worries. 1%. Very cool stuff. Yeah, so I still have to do starter cards are fine. Denial cards are now good to go. It's just every other card is just like underdone. And like isolation originally was just like some text on the wall. I even put it in here. Honestly, the text is stuff that I want to do. Like what I'm hoping for to do is like it's not really doable right now. I might just leave like 1 for isolation, and that 1 it's just gonna be the isolation thing. So that way people can still play through it. So isolation will just be like quiet. It'll just be like 1 blank room. Get right back though. Alright. But yeah, I'm not really sure if I want to. Like, I want to have like silhouettes on the wall of the characters. Have it like mock them, like text balls pop up and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. The only problem is, well, I don't have the time to really doodle out that kind of stuff right now. Maybe I can like rough patch it though. You know what? I'm feeling a little more motivated here. I feel like it's not like a huge ad that I can add. For a second though, I'm just gonna like full screen that because like I need to log into my Twitter. Is my name? It's pretty good. But yeah, I guess it's like a small break to point out. But yeah, so like this setup is that's been the simple plan. That's pretty. It catches up pretty good. I don't think put way over here and it still picks up really good. But yeah, yeah. So this setup is my kitchen bar. It's a bar kitchen thing, like a little island thing. I claimed it 'cause my studio, my desk broke and there's like really no other place to put. It's like a built-in desk anywhere in this place besides like the kitchen actual counter space. Nowhere else is gonna fit my computer. My setup real fast, so gonna do that. Yeah. So we have the living room behind me. Over I got my little TV. Soon, 85-inch TV, 10 out of 10. It's gonna happen. Hopefully this year. Probably not this year, but we're gonna try anyways. I'm gonna try anyways. I'm honestly tempted to like pay off my laptop really early, and go to Renaissance and be like, hey guys. You gave me the subpar laptop for a pretty good price. How about a 4K smart TV next? It's an 85-inch. I know they fucking got one. That way I don't have to have the full amount of money for it right away, but you still get an early purchase option. Plus, I can have it like immediately. I can honestly afford it like next month. But right now, I kind of also have put a lot of money aside for a lot of things. I don't want to benefit like that, but yeah. Anyways, huge side rant. This is the living room. It's not amazing because it's just a living room and it's kind of like whatever. I can even like show you guys like the over my head. Shit, right thing. Yeah, you got my like the switch over there. Little switch. My TV. The counter space, the little thing. Over here you have the air humidifier. Temporary cat litter place. Retro consoles sitting on the ground because like I don't got a spot for them, quite honestly. Retro consoles have a Dreamcast. Got a Dreamcast. I don't probably have others a Dreamcast and fucking blanking on it. 3DO. A 3DO. Which is pretty fun. I know like everyone's like, whoa, you don't play like a 3DO like every single day, it's not like an everyday thing that you play. I'm like, why would it be? Like they're fun games. They're cool parts of history. But I wanted the game. I wanted it not because like the 3DO was the most amazing thing in the face of the planet. But for one, it was like half the price of like a base model of a 3DO. That in itself was pretty much worth. Because like a 3DO thing was like worth like 400 new. And the thing came with like 20 plus games, like 7 games. About like 7 games for it. So most of them are boxed and pretty big titles. Like Alone in the Dark 1 and 2 were both boxed and like all the way there. So that was pretty sweet. A pretty sweet find. Alright, so we added those in. Yeah. Isolation cars. I did this for a reason. I like can like pull from like specific lists. So all of these are looking for hollow. I'll have to make them more like obvious after. So what we're gonna do is that these are gonna be like the interactions. No, NPCs. I guess they're gonna be an NPC. Well, not really an NPC, but you know. Shadows. Let's call it shadows. Call it shadows. Shadows 1. Prefab. Nope. It's graphics. Characters. Player. Okay. So this is my vision for this. Bam. Me thinking, oh, that seems kind of like dumb. Like just putting the character there. Like, look what's up with that. I'll call this character sprite. We're gonna black them out, like so. Bam. Now we can add like a little like animation thing to them. Bam. That's the idea. So we're gonna go to here. We're gonna go to here actually and go to animator. Animator. Characters. Player. Characters. And just have to go here. Gotta go to silhouette. Or nothing happens. It's cool too. I think that's well silhouette. I don't really know, quite honestly. Don't actually know. Alright, hollow silhouette and I'm just gonna silhouette anim. I don't need like specific ones or anything. I'll show you why. But here, I'll make some animations real fast for this. So let's go to animations. Click on this, create your animations. I'm gonna call this stretch 1. Make another one, we'll call it stretch 2. We'll go to animator here, make it default state, bam. Let's call this default, whatever one it picks. So we depend on a variable that we'll just set here. So let's go do like integer value, like value stretch. So okay, so we have like a category and like a value within that. So we'll move over here real fast to get them out of the way, so we make more of them. Alright, so we just move these out of the way. Boom, boom. Don't care about those. If value equals 1 and stretch is equal to true. Boom, for that one. However, if stretch is equal to true, but value is equals 2, for that one. So what I go here is I put that on by default over here for this guy. And I set this one to 1. I don't know if this is actually gonna work for like, well, I think it's gonna work, but if not, I have a backup plan for it. So if this does not work out exactly how I think it's gonna work out, that's fine. It's not going to. So again, it's fine. I'm just gonna fix up a little script here. I call this silhouette manager. Let's do it. So this will handle it for us. So it's for us. A nice little thing. That'll keep it pretty good to go. So it's time. It's gonna have to take time for a while. Now I want to build a computer next year. It's gonna be pretty good. Pretty solid. What I'm gonna do with this computer is probably get to my girlfriend, honestly. Once I get my Steam Deck, I'm gonna get the Windows on them. See what I can do with get a lot of stuff working on it. And see what I can do with it. If I can get Unity running on it or not. Pretty sick if I could. Should be able to. Another real thing is that like to install Windows, you'll have to own a copy of Windows or pirate it. Typically these days I don't trust pirating. Because like half the piracy, like half the torrents are just sketchy. On top of like potentially just like something viruses and government trackers and shit like that. Honestly, just not like worth a whole lot of it. I'll just pay $100 and get a clean copy, which isn't a bad deal. I might get a copy of Windows 11, toss it on there, bam. And everyone's like, Windows 11 is gonna break everything. It's like Windows 10 changed everything, Windows 8 changed everything, Windows 7 changed everything. Every big Windows update eventually changes everything. At some point though, you're gonna have to get used to it. Unless you're gonna run on like old software, well, for like ages. And that's what people do. So people refuse to go forward, and it's like it's honestly easier to just learn a new like setup than it is to avoid, and like really just avoid. And take the extra effort and avoid everything that's new, but like it's gonna cost a lot more, take a lot more energy and effort and time. And I'm really willing to give it, so oh shit. Alright. So animator, call this anim equals this dot get components animator, bam. Oh, forgot, well, my bad. Bam. I'm gonna go to header. I'm gonna call it animator settings, animator controller, space. Public bool stretch on public int selection value is one by default. Alright, so this anim dot set bool stretch idea is stretch on this anim dot set integer value selection value. Bam. So what that'll do now, with in theory, is that it will allow me to like quickly customize what I want to do on here. If I want this one to be like stretch 1 or stretch 2, etc. That's what it in theory should allow me to do. Is that how it's gonna work? Find out when we get there, I suppose, because I really can't actually do a whole lot right now. No, we're not messing with that right now. Alright, so we're just gonna like decor. Oh, prefab is what I meant to go to. Silhouette. Alright, now animation. Stretch 1. Bam. That's how that's gonna work out. So go to project, go to prefabs, cars, isolation cars, right? Prefab variants, it's car 1. Bam. We're in car 1, now we're in car 1. Very cool stuff. Yeah, it's working stuff. Alright, so in here we're gonna have like silhouette. then it's going to work out, if it's going to look good, if it's going to look like shit. We'll find out though. Relatively quickly. Okay. Next thing I got fixed is in between bridges. Because this thing needs to get moved ever so slightly upward. Okay, not gonna maximize on play, so just kind of like vibe with it here. Oh, hey my guy, did not actually see it because I've been looking at the wrong thing to look at for this shot. Very cool stuff. Alright, so let's check this out and see if this works out or not. No, I just still a drop, which is like not cool. I'm like fidgety around my own. That one's a crasher, right? That was really insane. Wasn't a single one there, huh? Keep setting your toes though. Not that much. Oh, it's like all the jump button wasn't working. I was like, shit, man, that's not good. Wrong button. Pressed the wrong button the whole time. Alright, something isn't working here. I know this much isn't working. Because this one was value 2. Animator. Oh, I know what the big problem is here. I know what the problem says, and it's actually going to fix this as well. Okay, isolation. Animator, set value to 0. Stretch all settings turned to off. This will probably fix my issue that I'm having here. Yeah, it feels weird to be back on YouTube though, because I haven't like published anything on YouTube in like ages. My last one was like a big announcement, and since then I've like done a 180 on that entire thing. Oh shit, it's more than I'm supposed to be. Because originally I was gonna like, oh, doing all these tutorials and stuff now, and I'm just like, now I don't even use Godot, and like Godot 4.0 is coming out soon, and like, I just don't want to touch Godot right now. Every time I think about even touching Godot to do a tutorial, I'm just like, I don't even want to mess with it, you know, I'm like, For me, there's no real point, because 4.0 is gonna change like everything. And a lot of people have underestimated how much is actually changing in 4.0. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do tutorials now. I'm like, honestly, I'm not gonna touch tutorials probably on Godot until like 4.0. But then maybe, even then, it's still like a maybe. That's actually kind of painful. That was the intended usage of that moment right there. Yeah. My biggest issue right now is that a lot of this stuff is just like, what is that, like, this is like a really fast to run through right now. Because like even right now, like with the variations, you're still running through like the same like 5 cars over and over and over again. quite repetitive. I want to like amplify that by adding the boss fights and stuff in it. But I have to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. A nice little pretty picture to look at. Throw this on the assets, scenes. We'll go to the title screen real fast, and I'll just run that for you guys in full screen mode or maximize mode. Turn the audio off on that as well, or turn the audio on. And I have returned. This is actually a title screen. Really cool little place from title screen right here. It's actually a hub station at this point. It's kind of the intention of it. But yeah, I can even go like over here. Soul Ledger. Kind of different stuff in the Soul Ledger. Characters that are like unavailable. And yeah. It's kind of a little awkward to mess with right now because like the whole like, animation machine thing is kind of a pain in the ass. But I'm not like too super concerned about it, honestly. Yeah. Also, just want to take a second here to take a breather on it. If I open up my blinds, if I get more natural lighting. It's kind of that season though, where like, yeah, it's that season where lighting is really just gonna be low. Up here in the upstate New York, it's like autumn. Autumn is not known for. Oh shit, my phone is not dead. My phone died earlier and I just didn't charge it. I mean, I charged it, I just didn't unplug it. Which is probably a good idea because I probably got text messages and shit up the ass from like work and places like that. It's unfortunately my day job is kind of understaffed right now, so we're just like, anytime I can be called in, I will honestly take it. Anyone that's like, well, that's kind of a simp move to do, corporate simp move, it's like, no, it's I like money. It's an I like money move, and you get quite a bit of money when you do even like an extra hour of work is like, every hour of work is $15. So every time I do an extra hour of work, I get another $15, which is pretty good. So as you can see, after taxes get taken out and all that stuff, your paycheck is pretty much gobbled up. And if you go for 40 hours, you overtime, which is like time 1.5 multiplier on that. not actually getting that much, which is like surprising. Usually, like, my boss, someone's like, "What happened, man? What'd you do? How'd you fuck up this time?" And I'm like, "I don't know. How did I fuck up this time? Please enlighten me." Also, I gotta modify this a bit as well. There's two things I gotta fuck with here. For one, background. Nope, it's the starting car, the jukebox. Gotta decrease that size a bit, my guy. Characters. Hollow is smaller than that by like a considerable amount. Lighting, window lighting, freeform, bomb. I want to run this structure real fast because I've not seen what it looks like with the new lightings. I've actually modified the lighting a bit since this. I changed the lighting look and everything. It actually looks really nice. It looks really solid, you know. This is so far the best looking thing I've ever made in my entire life. Not even gonna lie, this is actually just like the best thing ever. Oh, I do gotta fix that. The animation's a bit off with that. Alright, so we're seeing. Where's the animating thing at? Interface. Something here in animation 20. Animation. Intro. Starting car. Maybe there's an no, not lighting. Maybe there's some UI here. No, it was in starting car. Isn't tiles in there? Fuck, where's that? Run modifier. That's intro and outro anim. Don't want that. Don't want that either, honestly. Don't want that touch. Just fade out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just fade. There. Just give me some errors with that, I'm sure. To work on that later. I like to iron out the bugs last because, you know, sometimes, you know, ironing out the bugs takes a while. I like to have more of a complete setup to do that just because, like, you know, no real reason for it. Something's just stupid. Car variations are going pretty well. Yeah, it's kind of just like the whole thing. Alright, let's go back to this now. Cars. Isolation cars. Honestly, I don't want to see or need any more cars for isolation outside of isolation. Honestly, just like, I guess different placements you can do them, but like, you gotta put this real fast as well. I guess we can go to random disabler and you're just like, random disabler on this bitch. Yeah, I don't know if I can like just flood it with different things. It don't really matter. Alright, just have a chance. Like, let's go like 3. I'll go 3 to 6. Oh no, 3, 3, 2, 6. That's the maximum chance that I can go to. Let's go to this one fast. And we'll do like header sprite controller space publicable can flip X. It says can flip public float flip chance. I'm gonna go this for like range 0 to like 1. Nothing crazy, nothing too crazy. Oh shit, fucked up there. This is a useful thing I've learned about. Also cannot forget about my banana pudding and my Baja Blast in the fridge. It's like, forgot about those earlier. But I actually put them in the freezer to go fast, to cool it faster. Everyone always was like, oh, you can't put something in the freezer to cool it down faster or make it cool faster. Yeah, you can. Whenever someone's like, you shouldn't do that because it's like, it's not good. Like, between whether I should or should not, between whether I can or cannot. 2 different things. And my thing is, if I can, I'm going to float, flip, chance roll equals random dots range 0 to 1 if flip chance if flip chance is less than or equal to flip chance roll public sprite renderer sprite dot flip x equals true. Bam. One way to do that up there real fast. So can flip is absolutely can flip. They can flip chance. It's like a 0.5% chance. Here's sprite. Boop. Stretch on. Yeah, it's like there's nothing else for stretching, so there's gonna be stretch on. Alright, now I'm gonna randomize stretch selection. Alright, so public float I mean, actually for this one, let's go like selection value equals random dot range 1 to 2. It's kind of looking pretty simple. I want to randomize all the time, so if I wanted to unrandomize it, I can just unrandomize it. This actually can become a private int, so I don't need that anymore. All I need to know is if stretch is on, and that will resolve that whole thing. Randomize that. Bam. Got a random disabler on this. So now I can just do this here. I can go boom. Just really fuck with shit here. Also, animation character sprite. I did this for a very good reason. A few very good reasons actually. One, I didn't really know if I wanted it to mess with all of the stuff yet, like the text I want to add here. If I do add text, they don't want to mess with any of that, you know what I'm saying? Secondly, I can have a scale randomizer as well. I know there's a lot of silhouettes. They don't really do a whole lot though. I hope it doesn't make the game lag too much. I don't think it should. It's pretty low function. There's a one thing on start, and that is it. But it's like fucking like 39 game objects, so we'll find out. For object modifiers, I do have a scale randomizer as well. Scale randomizer. Minimum is 0.5, and I'll say 3. I don't know how big this can be yet, so we're just gonna like stick with that for now. It's just my Gmail's going off. Okay, let's see how this works out for us, because like this is a pretty massive change. Pretty big change here. That didn't change anything. I think actually I gotta change some of the stuff around. I saw that wiggle. That's wiggling too. That's also wiggling. Not wiggling. Oh, that was wiggling. Shane noticed that. Views close up. Didn't flip any of them though. That's a little suspicious. Not gonna lie. Train, cars, isolation, NPCs. Let's go to the first silhouette here. So I can actually still play while I'm doing this. So I can so none of them actually flipped. That's a little annoying because you need to figure out why none of them flipped for. It's a random chance to roll here, so nothing crazy here. If flip chance is less than or equal to, let's reverse this real fast. I usually do it like this because my brain doesn't want to work right now. Is less than or is greater than or equal to flip chance, which is 0.5. So if it is greater than equal to flip chance, I'm just gonna reverse them until they work. Welcome to Game Dev 101. My brain is not big enough to comprehend this stuff half the time. It's not a close-up. The close-up doesn't work. I don't know how to get it to work either. There, that like that's really good putting it right there, man. It's like, text message, awesome. I hate text messages so much. It's like coffee again. Got a couple new games on my phone. Every time a game developer is just like, who plays mobile games? No one plays mobile games. I'm like, oh shit. Me playing Nexomon on my controller. Why are you playing Nexomon? Why are you playing Pokemon on your Switch? It's like, cause low key Pokemon Sword and Shield are kinda trash. Everyone goes, no, they're not. But I go, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, boys. Do not like next. I do not like. Do not like Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's not that I don't even like it. That I do like the game. It's that the game is so awkward to play. Like, 100% it is just too awkward to play the game. I do not like to play it because it is too awkward. Every time someone's like, what do you mean? The game is too awkward. Like, the intro scene almost, like, made me want to turn the game off right away. Like, the intro scene to, like, the big championship fight, and you're just, like, hyped. You should be hyped anyways. And I was just like, whoa, this is crazy, you know? Like, wow, this is wild. Like, that really, because it's huge, like, it's huge arena and everything. This huge arena with this crazy battle going on, and it's epic, you know? It's this epic thing that should be epic. And it was not epic, though. Because what ended up happening was that, you know, there's no sound. There's, like, I think this faint sound of cheering in the background from an audience, and like, wow, cool. Oh shit. But like, it just wasn't fun in terms of that. Like, that was a let down. Like, this huge, like, gym fight turned into, like, just a meh session of, like, madness. Oh, I finally flipped it. And I was like, alright, so, like, this should be pretty sweet. And it just wasn't all that sweet at all. Now it's constantly flipping them, though. Why does it flip all the time? Alright, we'll do one more thing here. Print, flip roll. I want to see the flip roll. Flip roll chance. Dot two string. So what the fuck is going on here? But yeah, the game was just awkward. Every chance I had to make an epic, like, moment, the epic moment was, like, straight up ruined by the lack of audio and voice lines and stuff. And it's like any, like, real attempt, it felt like, are they all rolling 0-4? I think I fucked up. I think I actually fucked up. This is on me. This is on me. Fuck. Yeah. Scatter randomizer doesn't matter to me. Flip chance is 0.5. Maybe it's not on me. It's a flip chance roll. Range dot. I know what the problem is here. Fucking stupid. And now it'll make a float. Very cool. 10 out of 10. I'm done. You're welcome. So it happens we're not used to, like, having to actually make sure typecasts are accurate. Used to Godot, which is basically a fork of Python with the script, and it's just not the same. I broke that, and I gotta fix that. But yeah, Urchan's, it was just an awkward game. Was not a huge fan. I really enjoyed it. I played a lot of it. I'd be a liar if I was like, no, I just didn't play the game. Like, my friend bought it for me, or my old friend at this point. So, like, I played it. We played it together. It was fun. But my biggest issue was just, like, it was just, like, constant, like, a meh moment all around. I'm gonna do a few more runs to make sure that this is actually working out. And like I almost beat it one time, like the second day after I got it. That was kind of just like I was like flying through the game, and it was pretty cool. But ever since then, I traded switches. Couldn't move the data with me because of Pokemon's bullshit. So it was just like stuff was kind of garbage. It's at the wrong point, I believe. And ultimately, yeah, it just was kind of like this moment of like, I didn't really want to play the game anymore. So I just stopped playing the game and never picked it back up again. People have asked me, why would you not play Pokemon again? Why would you just not finish playing it? And it's like, because it was fucking boring, man. It was fun the first time. Second time around, it's still a fun game. It's like visually great for the most part. Ultimately, though, it just has its issues. Like, no audio is a deal breaker for me. So why put a lot of audio in my games? I like to make sure that it's not a deal breaker for it. It's like 1 to 2. I wanna know why it's like. It's like 1 to 2. It's a 50-50 chance. I get that technically it's possible that it will never roll a 2, but like I would like to see it roll a 2 for animations. Why do they only roll a 1 for? I guess if I went to like 3, probably increase the chances of it. It's random range. It's only 1 or 2. It's a 50-50 chance that they'll get picked. But I'm just like, I don't like that 2 is not getting picked at all. Unless this will like increase the chances of it. It's weird. It's almost like it's more than 1 a month. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of the point. I like it kind of weird. Alright, so I'm going to be back on in a few. Right now I'm probably just going to go and grab something to eat and stuff. I've been on for, how long have I been on for? Almost 2 hours. So I'm going to, just head off for a few. I'll see you guys in a few. Do I have a thing? I don't have a thing, do I? Just go to here real fast and find a thing. Image. Yeah, an image. Source image. Just gonna go through this because I don't know what images I want. I don't want any old ones. Assets, no. YouTube videos. Assets. Backgrounds. Teal background. Let's put it down. Assets. Art. That's so much shit. Going live. YouTube streaming. That's a streaming thing entirely. Social media icons. What does that mean? I see what that means. Profile pictures. Don't care. Going live. I want one that says I'm not. No, I'm not going live. That's not what I'm looking for. It's a pretty cool one. Just not what I'm doing. This one's actually pretty good. I like that one quite a bit. That one's an old school fun one. Don't know what this one is. Yeah, it is. Oh. Kawaii Avatar. That was a fun one. But that was my VTuber attempt. I didn't have the money to get like an actual one of these, so. Oh, thumbnails. Fuck, somewhere I had to have this, right? I have so many thumbnails. Of course, cool. I have all these thumbnails saved up. If only I had. Wait, what's this one? I want to see what this one is. Yeah, we're going with that one for right now. 10 out of 10.
So good see you. What's this?
New freezer, brand new from company. It's a free.
What's wrong with the old freezer?
Nothing, but the new one is better and free.
Up here?
No.
Oh, well, another time.
What happened to building a bridge?
This is a great first step. We're gonna build on that.
You're taking a step? That's amazing.
I figured I had to come for the freezer anyway.
What are you doing?
Taking the freezer.
Almost said it was going to charity.
Nah, it's going to us.
Okay, see you.
Excuse me.
And we're back to dying again. But I do got Baja Blast, because, you know, Baja Blast is important to every gamer and game developer's things. Freaking a little bit addicted to my Baja Blast. That's not important for right now. What's important is that I actually finish this. So that's pretty much done. It's a lot like, I don't really know what I want to do with it 100% yet. What I do know though, that is it's pretty alright. It's pretty alright right now. The camera rig is more concerning, honestly, at this point than that. But yes. Okay. Let's go to cards again. Hollow. What does Hollow got left? Got Denial cards. Isolation card. It doesn't really need a whole lot of things like that. Angry cars. 3, 4, 5. Sorrow cars. It's gotta have 5 as well. Acceptance cars will go with 5 as well. In betweens, I also want to have 5 for. I think it'd be fun. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is kind of go out of the way and go to in between. Because, look, I just kind of prefer the in between than anything else here. Alright, I'm gonna do the lights here. I'm gonna put lights real fast. Because we need lights in this whole, like, big time. It's really dark between the two, and I think adding a light could do a whole lot for this. So ceiling light, that's where lights will go. Move it down to like alright, the actual light. Freeform. Edit shape. Fall off offset. Intensity. Fall off offset. I'm just gonna have this 0. Okay, and it's kind of like, I'm just gonna put like one big light down here. Just like one big light. Bam, offset. Boom. I want to check this out now. See what this looks like. See how it plays like. It's so fucking cold here, man. Oh, that's right. I gotta fix that while I'm over here. While we're seeing this as being like an actual issue for us. Let's go to scenes, camera rig, views. Bam. In between cars. Number 1, interactions. Camera triggered, it's pretty massive. Alright, that'll work fine. Problem before was it was just too far up. Alright. So boom. Gotta fix this freaking camera view again. Like, I don't know how to deal with that, because like it just, when you turn it on and off again, it works fine. But if you don't do that, it doesn't work fine at all. Oh fuck. it's gonna do that, isn't it? Alright, so that's a 10 out of 10 reason why not to do that. Hollow list. Just wanted to kind of fill it up before I played it. Bad idea, obviously. Bad idea, considering I just want to try this out. The problem is the close-ups are gonna be like, it's not gonna work, or it's not gonna work at all. Try and get this on the first time though. Now the next issue is going to be when I go over here. What's the standard? That looks pretty nice actually. I really do like that. Quite a bit. Not gonna lie. It's very nice. Standard view. Like this game just looks so much nicer. I'm just gonna run into this so I don't die. Like it's got nice zoom out. Like you get a really nice like feature in it. That's an issue that I'm seeing. The light does blast through though. Lights. Alright, we're gonna copy this component, go to in between one, go to light, paste values. Alright. The problem is still going over across that. It just kind of like made it look worse. Layer, I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna go to bridge. This is gonna go to none. Oh, sorting layers. Visual, bridges. So play tiles, so we're gonna do add a sorting layer. It's like orange. Car exterior. This is gonna be bridge. So all bridge really. It's only gonna affect bridge now. So we're gonna fix these all up to be part of bridge. Bridge 3, yeah, so it's all work out. Alright. See how this looks. Depends, like, they want a little more in depth with the lighting here, so make the lighting work a little better. It's a little too hard down there, though. Just a bit too much. Not the lights. Too strong. Here comes the next problem. Save bridge. Bridge foreground. It's just not like working out. Like nothing here really is like reset. Alright, where's going on with that? Something isn't working here, so I'm gonna like head out and back into it. I think this worked. Oh, it's because it's not like. Yeah, I think it's a slippery slope into something really poor. I don't want to deal with that another road here. Bridges, let's put those back on plate tiles. We'll just have to handle this different way. See what this looks like here. Lose my mind a little bit trying to get this to look nice. Oh, the cameras are killing me too. Oh. Quick kill there, boy. Fuck. Murdered me. But I want to reset this whole thing here, so we're just gonna click and click. Alright. I swear, after the first attempts, I just did not, like, it just has not gone very good. Like, ever since that first attempt, I changed it, and like since then, just does not hit very good. Let's try this again. Hopefully it works a little better this time. Looks a little nicer again. Okay. I think I know what the issue is here for me. Let's say it's plate tiles. I think I know what the issue is. It's just that light isn't showing no more, so it's not like going like it's like it's emitting from anything. And we'll check it out. That looks much better once again. I like that. I'm not gonna mess with it more than that. I very much like that. Gonna keep it like that. Lighting in the world though is something I'm working on right now. How does this feel in game? Just feel alright, just feel cool. And like, I'm not mad this happened. I'm just like, whoa man, you know, it's kinda dark out here. Just texture below me, what the fuck that is, but it's something. I'm gonna go like 0.2 0.27. I'm gonna rerun this real fast. Bam, looks good. Boom, looks great. Oh, I know why it's doing that for. It's because it's actually like coloration of this. Need to work on that coloring look. Yeah, it's like isolation. Something like fix that or something. I don't know about this. I'll have to cover it up, I suppose. Sorrow, isolation cars, isolation. Just let this up and go down like that. Okay. The first car was just like really fucked up. Everything. This guy hit real hard right there, boy. Oh, shit. Yes, bam, death. Instantaneous death. Okay. It's gonna be that one there, boom. And also boom. Boom. Oneness stuff like the Matrix. Yep, that fixes it. It's good, it's gonna be fixed anyways. It's good as it's going to get fixed. Then after this, it's non-existent. So we gotta go and make more cars. Alright, so I got that kind of done. In-betweens, make some cool in-betweens here. What's in between two? Gerald's look this. Zoom all the way in here. There we go. Zoom in there. I'm gonna do this next. We're gonna go prefabs. Add an overhead thing to it, just like the start of the game has a overhead thing. it's easier to do than that. It's just to offset these. That way there's not a whole lot of reason to change anything. It's all working just fine. Bam. I'm gonna add some like small lights into here. I'm gonna go to here. It's gonna go like but instead we're gonna go overhead. We're gonna go prefab, unpack. Copy component, delete, base component is new, delete, run this, run myself, bam. Point. Graphics, environments, train platform, lights. For light 2, we're gonna go to light 1, and then it's gonna call for me to do this. Bam. Try that. It'd be pretty fun. Well, in between there. Background, I need that now. Programs, cars. That's option 1 there. Anything cool, crazy cool with that? Damn, another one? Is there any of this second option here? No, it's all this option one. Just like slip the setting. That's right, I can pick a random one. Alright. Honestly, just gonna stop it there, bam. A little more likely that's gonna pick that one. I will walk across to it if I see one. Alright, so there's gonna be a whole one over here. Bam. We got this now. I like this. I like this a lot. It adds some like depth to the game for me personally. Let's make it a little interesting. See, within variations, I have something I call minor variations. These are just fun little things that I add. So we can go to scripts real fast here. Modifiers, random disabler. Alright, so we take this, random disabler. Oh no, or randomize, random disable. If I can click, if I can drag it over real fast anyways. Just gonna drag them all on a here. Found them all, bam. There is a 3 to 6% chance that it will go under. Alright, so what does this random disabler do? Well, it just does what it says it's gonna do. It can randomly disable one of the things that you're looking at. So if we slap this in real fast, in this case, it will be these overhead pieces right here. There is a 1 in 3 chance those will be disabled. So we go over right here, we'll run it real fast. So that means these things can randomly just not be active, which will make that variation into a couple different variations, which is what I call a minor variation because it's not like a huge variation, but it's one that can't, like, we're missing a lamp over here and one of these things here, and it makes a difference already. You can already tell the difference in this. And it's something that like you might not even like really, oh shit, I died from that. It's something that you might not even like really get on like the first playthrough or second playthrough. You might not even like ever notice that those really small changes. You might think they're a whole different thing, or that you just don't really notice it. But once you start noticing like the little details, that's when you can really see in a proc gen game is how they use proc gen. And I effectively use as much proc gen as possible in these. Because right now I don't have a ton of content for these to actually run off of. So it's very likely the player until Alpha 3 and 4, and then eventually Beta, when Beta is like the huge content. Like Beta is when like mass amounts of content will be put in the game, when like gonna overhaul one section per update. You know, that's like, for me that's like the real thing. That's like the real big, whew. You're seeing a lot of variations that are already kind of in the game that are probably be one of the few variations actually in the game available. And yeah, I'm just not getting any of the number 2s right now. I know that angered the other trains, really don't have any stuff between them right now. So see, this one, it's full but it's missing a light. Over here's a full setup. Over here's a full setup. You get the idea of it. I'm gonna go and do some more stuff with this though. So in betweens. We're also making this light random. Copy components. Paste component is new. There's a 1 in 3 chance this will actually be gone. And we're going to add this. Oh no, we're not adding to that. We're just going to be like adding prefab in between template. So if I go to in between 1, this also, this ceiling light right here also has a random disabler now. So now these both have random disablers here. 10 out of 10. It's very nice because this will make sure that I have a bit more content in these. Don't have to like actually push for a lot more content. Right now I don't want to like not add NPCs, but I don't really want to add them either because they're kind of just like gonna be dummy NPCs. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just gonna be dummy NPCs for a while. Let me just go here. It's on line 2. Find F. Like this one right here. I'll do this for. We're not gonna go over the overheads altogether. We'll put a ceiling light right here. I want to do more than that though. I guess we can go to like the in-betweens and put like NPC. We're going to add that to the in-between as well. What I'm gonna do here is go to prefabs, characters, playables, and we're just gonna drop hollow right in here. So I can scale the NPCs to everything. Make sure that I'm actually gonna be able to like use them effectively. Characters, NPCs. I have a whole bunch of NPCs. We're gonna call this NPC. It's not gonna be a whole really huge like case here for this, but it's fine. We're gonna actually copy this and then remove it. So we're gonna take the NPC and just drop the sprite right in here. Call it sprite. And drop it to 0, 0, just like this. And we're going to do this. Pop. Sprites. We're gonna go to characters. Put in -1. Alright, so Hollow is a kid. So this is an adult. An adult should ultimately be bigger than the kid. Eventually it's going to cause some serious scaling issues, but that's okay. I think that is abundantly fine. Honestly, it can have some short NPCs too, but for the sake of like scaling, currently I'm just going to not do that. Bridges. I need to see where like the box collider is. I could actually, I'm just gonna add a static body to this guy. Not a static body, a rigid body to this guy. Rigid body 2D. Bam, little, I don't know, box collider. Bam. Dynamic. My next issue is gonna be now I can bump into them. I want to actually be able to do that. Alright, Unity, how to make sure NPCs don't collide with the player. I know it's a Google sin right there, but ultimately my issue is everyone's like, oh, just make them a collide, like a trigger. But then they'll fall through the world map. Like, this man's gonna fall through the world map now, though. Unity will rigid body 2D triggers fall through world. What world's general term? Might have to do this honestly. So I'm thinking about here is just doing this, like very thin. It's not a trigger, but physics materials is slippery. So I can just kinda like bumble around. I can just bump into an NPC and have no problem. What I want to do next year though is I need to add I think this will work fine. I have a sprite renderer. This is just so I can make sure I can alright. So multiplayer. Alright, now if I scales properly now. Pretty cool. Okay, and then if I go to like the last 2, 3, it's kind of all just works out the same. Make sure the lights all work the same here. Alright, so NPC, sprites, we go to scripts, object modifiers, sprite randomizer. Characters, NPC is the lost, the original NPC sprites that I made up, which are very cool, very fun. So we have plenty of options here. Alright, prefabs, characters, NPC, all different types of NPCs and whatnot, but yeah, move that over there, boom. Alright, so now we're just gonna try out some of these guys. I'm just gonna add a bunch of them to these areas, and they're just gonna like spawn in. You know, like, oh, this a good chance that it's not gonna spawn at all, or not gonna be like enabled. So add a random disabler to them as well. All right, so let's go to NPC here, sprite. Alright, sprite randomizer. Let's do a different thing here as well. Randomize. Do another public bool here. Public bool can flip. range 0 f1 f public floats flip roll chance or flip chance. I don't need that to be a float though, I need it to be an integer. That's what I did last time. So flip chance. Go down to here. If can flip, then we'll calculate a flip number. So let's do an integer this time. Integer flip roll equals random dot range 0 to 10. If flip chance is less than or equal to flip roll, then we're going to do a thing here, public sprite renderer sprite dot flip dot x equals true. And it's a little bit of a push, but it's just what I do most of the days. Fucking mess in my head and hope this works out. This is actually used really calm. Everyone has their own thing. Playing with my hair is currently my coping mechanism. Plus, I'm extremely tired now. I actually have not slept at all today, which is not a really a good thing. There's a 5% chance, or oh shit, 0 to 10% chance. But I'm gonna put 5. So 5%. I'm just gonna get a 5% chance. Or a 50-50 chance that you can put 5 for that. Bam. 50-50 chance it'll flip over and sprite. This is the sprites. Bam. Alright, then we're gonna add a random disabler for this. That's gonna have a pretty high setting. Depending on the area they're in. It's not something I'm really gonna set for like fancy show, or like a 5 and 7 chance by default. NPCs on the bridge, they're all gonna have a 7 to 9. High chance. We'll do 6 times. A pretty high chance they'll just not make it through there. Alright. Now let's go to hollow. Prefabs. Cars. In between 3. Put those in the way because I don't trust them to actually work. NPC. Oh shit. Alright, so gotta readjust that real fast. Didn't think about that too hard. It's problem number 1. So problem number 1 is simply that this bit right here is not in the right spot. just gonna offset it by Y. It's about like right there. That is simply a matter of me messing it up. Let me make sure there's NPCs somewhere. There's no point in me actually doing this. There's NPCs over there, but it's like way over there though, you know what I'm saying? Oh damn, I actually need to fix one more thing as well. Prefabs, cars, in-betweens, in-between 3. Delete hollow out of there, please. Should not even be there. It's simply just a matter of things. Alright, let's check again. The problem is I have to travel. Oh, I know what? I'm gonna do this a smart way. We're doing some developer cheat code stuff here. Alright, very cool stuff. Alright, broke the game. Very sweet. Let me just fix this real fast. We go to the camera rig here. Change that. Standard. Bam. Snaps back to ready to go. It almost works fine. NPC. Food rotation, that's for sure. Math, we're gonna like what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new one. I'm just gonna duplicate this one. I call this character. NPC. Friction, just gonna max that shit out. So now it should be like they can't be pushed around, but they can also, I need to fix one more thing here. Prefabs, characters, NPC. So do one more small thing here. Make it 1. So make it that much easier. Bam. I'm trying to see this through to make sure this works out fine. The player should walk right above it, but also not get fucked up by it. Just gonna keep trying to get them in there. Might even put them in more spots in the game just to make sure it works out. Not that far away. I'll run too fast. And it's always good to like. One thing I gotta work on is that running animation. I guess I'm not too concerned about that kind of stuff until it's all done and over with. The alpha. Then I'll hire an actual artist to probably come through and clean up animations, which should be fun. Very cool. It does work just fine, actually. Sweet. So that works just fine. Let's go to put them in some more cars. Mostly these in-betweens I'm the most interested with, just because I know that like the other stuff I don't know if I want to put them in it, but the more personal rooms, the more personal and stuff to the characters, I might just leave them out. Like they don't exist in those rooms because they don't belong in those rooms. I think that'd be a fun way to put it. Okay, so there's NPCs in there. Cars, in-betweens, prefabs, characters, NPC. That's pretty good for all those. So my brain is like rotting at an extremely fast rate. Welcome to ADHD 101. Fun fact. Most people that if they're trying to sit still, like if I were like sitting like this and just sitting like this and trying to move my game, I'd go insane. Instead of ADHD. With ADHD, I have to use both my hands constantly, which is why like FPS games, like platformers, like any kind of game that requires like actually like a lot of button pressing like that and movement skills is just fantastic. And FPS games or even like hack and slash games, like hard difficulty, bullet hell, fantastic for that. My brain cells are just kind of just like not here right now. Yes, because I have to do so much for this to actually like. Okay, so we have these three. They're nice. I think they're fine. I'm gonna actually add one more to each of these because I don't think they're gonna like work if I don't. I don't know. I might have to go fix up a lot of these cars now though. All in the starting cars. So the jukebox is now not. You know what we're gonna do? Fuck it. Do not want to have to deal with this any more than I currently am. Alright, we're gonna go to here. Gonna go do, when in doubt, just rigid body. Alright, and rigid body, then we're gonna go to box collider 2D. We're going to make this physics the NPC one, so just do not fucking move ever. Just like such a really high stat like that. Freeze rotation. Okay. And then we're gonna do like this. But we're gonna make it super, super small. Now these will fall to the ground, which is perfect for most instances. If I go to the dial cars, denial car number 6, jukebox on the ground. 5, jukebox is not on ground, so for this one we'll set to static. Number 4 on ceiling, so we'll set to static. Number 3 ceiling, set to static. Number 2 ceiling, set to static. Number 1 ceiling, set to static. Now I'm going to play this through. Should run just fine. There should be no real issues with them on the ground or not on the ceiling. Or I get one that doesn't have a spawn for them. I think this adds a bit to the game. Yep, still on the ceiling. This should just make it a lot easier to make sure that the jukeboxes are in a spot. No, just go to this one right here. Again, I'm getting no jukeboxes in these. This kind of sucks. It's like a part of the game, but I'm trying to like, when you're really trying to like look for this one thing. It's like, damn, I'm trying to like make sure I got this one thing working here. Trading card. Audio. There's just no jukebox in that one. Which there is not in some of these, so it's possible. It's not probable, but it's possible. Audio. Fight number 5 again, I swear to God. Number 2 audio, reactions. It isn't audio, right? Cars, starting cars, number 2. It's an audio. Jukebox train. I haven't seen a jukebox in this minute though, man. Like, it works. Actually, like, that's cool and all. I just don't see a jukebox, and it's kind of concerning. There's like no jukeboxes in this like starting car, because like it's not supposed to be like super common that happens, and it's just kind of like becoming very common that doesn't happen. Just weird. Cause, like, up until now, like every single run just about had one in there. Even like this had one. Yeah, the audio on this still like there's like nothing. There we go. We got one. We got exactly one. I guess that's just the chance that is run like okay. Nah, man. So what's the next on the list here? I don't like doing these. The acceptance cars. Those would be the easiest ones, honestly. Alright, acceptance car template. Create. Honestly, we're gonna go right into this template. We're gonna set NPCs up right in here. NPCs, just drop a bunch of them in this spot. That's the whole thing for these, like the NPCs anyways. Alright, and let's make more of them. Just keep doing these until I'm satisfied with my end result here. Door exit. There is no exit door really per se, so I'm not gonna delete it. I'm just gonna like so it kind of like branded apparently. Okay. Beyond that, that's only like 100%. In this place, there's also gonna be a jukebox. That's also gonna be a new kind of given. For every other thing, this isn't actually a given, but for this one, it will be. So we're gonna go here is Random disabler is actually gonna be disabled in this one. This one's not a potential. It is a 100% guarantee. Acceptance is like what happens after everything is said and done. So like once your death is accepted, you get the acceptance area. I think that's like the final one. It's not gonna be like a massive thing. It's just like a final resting spot. Like you're like, oh yes, I finally have finished this. You can talk to NPCs and whatnot. Maybe I'll make some kind of system later on that'll you can help the NPCs later on or something like that. And you help them. You see them later in there, and like increases their chances or something. I don't really know. I'm just thinking about things like that. Could be pretty cool. So like that way, like I could start every NPC with a certain percentage of like what their problem is, like their whole personality trait system with them and everything, and like what the chances of like making it through this are, and maybe if you help them, the chance that they'll be added to a pool of NPCs that can possibly be seen and talk to at the start, and they'll remember everything. That's like a big brain thing that I'm not adding in for a while, but like it could be a cool thing once there's not enough content to satisfy this game with. Could be pretty sweet. Slow. Alright, so window. Once again, gotta answer window to this shit. I'm always lacking windows somewhere. Window variation is probably my most like underused one. Because all I gotta do for windows is just do this. Just like, actually, if I do like this, like, nope. Let's just do this. Might do like a nice big window thing right there, you know, like put some like seats and everything right here. It's like, you know, have a lot of stuff like that. I want to have like a lot of seats and everything. I want it to be nice. Just have a nice little final resting spot for everyone, everything. Fams. I mean, I'm gonna make a whole NPC system later on. But NPCs will be like a really huge part of this because they're gonna be a big part of this game. But, like, everything comes in time, though. And currently, the time is not reading to do that. Later on, I'll even have like backs of these to like put in here and whatnot. So I think it'd be cool to have like some like foreground to add some more atmosphere to everything. But right now, like I said, I'm adding in piece by piece. Things are going to be added in as I go along. But a lot of the really cool and awesome ideas are just not going to be in right now because, you know, it's only alpha 2. There's plenty of time to add in lots of crazy stuff. I'm not going to stress out by trying to like grind it all in right now today. For many reasons why I'm not doing that. But I might even change this seating to be like sideways because I think that make more sense. This kind of like sitting area doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But a lot of vintage places have like this depending on the angle. Probably just use seats for another purpose, but keep multiple things. I don't know yet. Everything is kind of just like a cockboard right now. Nothing is really just like guaranteed at the moment. It's all just flimsy, maybe what ifs, who knows. Alright, next thing though that's a big thing is lighting. We need lighting here. I need window lights, that's the first part. Lights, window lights. Saving this window light as a actual like thing, as a lifesaver, time saver. Like So if I had to remake the whole particle system and reassemble it every time I had a different window, it'd be absolute mind-numbing. Because since this is like the final, like this is like the acceptance, I'm probably also gonna make the lights less dark and more bright and stuff. Could be pretty cool. Make a bit of sense as well. So we're gonna go up to here, bam. To 0.3, like 7, 6, 8. There. Looking pretty good. Then we're gonna get ceiling lights. This is gonna be kind of just like a massive, like at this point it's make like the lights, freeform. Yeah, I know it's gonna have some issues. I'm just gonna fill it all up. It's gonna be a white light. Do you know, like bathing on white light? Should be like the final area. There's gonna fall off. Alright. I think that'd be cool. It's a nice little spot, you know. NPCs all around and whatnot. It's vibing. Very cool stuff. Alright. So that's like acceptance card number 1. Not too bad. I'm adding these lights in. These ones are definite to that one. Window lights, I will I'm gonna go to, but then we're gonna unpack all of these. So I don't want these to like what's them acceptance card that look like that template. Yeah, I'll make it work. Accept this car 2. This is basically just gonna be some like small variations. Nothing massive is gonna really be happening in this one. NPCs. The jukebox, all different location, of course. Always got a different location for every single one of these. Decor seats will be reset to a different spot. There's gonna be, for this one, no windows. It's only gonna be window seats. I'll do another one with no window seats and so on. But I actually move the windows first. I'm just gonna delete the ones that currently aren't the windows. As I realize that I'm gonna have different window spots after this. Alright, delete for one, so we just go to like boom, 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 delete 3 way there. Delete 3 here. Add 2 here. Then add like -2 at the ends of these ones. And then like right here we'll have like 1, 2, 3. Make it a little bit more difficult for myself, I suppose. Could make it easier. Bam, there's that. Yep, that's all good to go. Exterior doesn't matter to me right now, and match doesn't matter to me right now. That's good to go. Window lights are the real thing that matter to me. Oh yeah, I need the lights on first, that would help. So that's fine for that one. Doing some more short work. Alright, let me go ceiling light. Turn that back on. Bam. Alright. NPCs. I haven't done seats yet though. So, seating. Boom. Set a little self right there. Move a little guy right here as well. Like that they're right there. Sounds cool. On that nice little touch ripple fast though. Bam. There. Symmetrical. Same right here is pretty cool if I had like two more seats to right here. Could just just move that over more, but why move over a already existing seat when I can just make a new one? And then the last 2 seats get moved down here. Bam. It's very cool. NPCs back. Bam. Now there's 2. 2 very unique and personalized versions. Alright. Now the third one. I'm going to change all the seats to a different color. Change them all to seat 1. Bam. With that, they will be completely different looking now. Alright, and so when we turn off the window lights. window lights here, bam. Turn off the NPCs. Bop. And now we're going to go to windows here. Wall tiles, we're just gonna redecorate the windows again. New thing every time, just how it goes. I want to put more seats over here, so like I'm just gonna make them all of them 2 by 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. A little more personalized here. There. Now go to window lights. Start moving them where they belong. Okay. Cool. Little dimensional switch there. Killstar always sending me new stuff. Bam. There's that. Okay. Now we're gonna move the seats to where there is no windows. Window seats are no longer a thing. Bam. Bam. So now we have one where they're all the window seats. This is all by the window. One where the seats not by the window at all. Now let's do one where there's no seats at all. Which may not make sense to everyone, but I think it's an important thing to try out. See what people think about it. Acceptance 4. Bop. And that's all I'm gonna do for now for this one. It's only 4, but like it should be more than enough to get people through their first few playthroughs. I don't think it's gonna be on that a car that's like the most influential car in the game. It's probably one of the least needed of a million different engine, like things like that. Other ones like Sorrow and Anger are definitely need a lot more attention. Alright, mute that real fast. Mute. There we go. And still didn't make it past them. However, I do need to get some sleep before I finish off this update. So I am going to go and hop off, put my gremlin self to sleep for a few hours, and I may or may not stream again. I will have the update out tomorrow though, so you can always check my Twitter. My Twitter link is in the description. and I'll find some updates in there. I'm sure I'll make some gifts before I go to bed, and after I wake up, I'll probably make some more, and a lot of stuff to do. Got Baja Blast. Streaming is fun, but as you can see with me going, that's the reality of like indie game dev and game dev in general. A lot of it is not exciting. A lot of it is just like, if you like seeing how someone makes a game and like the ideas and influencing those ideas, this kind of stream is probably for you. Any other reason why you're watching is just gonna be like, I guess, background noise. Turn on and off, see what's up. Well, see will just pop in, pop out. But anyways, so my Twitter will have a lot more like streamlined GIFs and like updates. So if you just want to see what the game's doing without watching a 5-10 hour update, you can always just hop over there, check out my broad spectrum of varieties of GIF, because that's like the only way to get attention on Twitter is make a good GIF and pray to RNGesus that the algorithm picks it up and puts it somewhere important. Typically, it does not. But I have gotten 22 followers now, so it's getting somewhere. But until that time,